How did you get involved with the Savannah Bananas?
I was signed by the Nationals in 2021. Free agent deal, had a cup of coffee with the Nationals, got released in 2022. About that, though, my dad, I had a moment with him when I got signed where my dad worked at Firestone, and I went to his work and told him that I got signed. It was a surprise to me.
That went viral, did it not?
Yes. So that was kind of my first, introduction into social media. Before that, I had no presence or anything like that. I had dreamed of being picked up by a professional team. I didn't think it was likely that I'd get picked up. I ended up getting a phone call right after the draft from DC, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to answer it. It's probably spam. But it's like, hey, this is Mark Baca with the Washington Nationals. We want to sign you for $20,000. Does that work? I'm like, yeah, I would have done it for free. Let's do it, man.
Nice.
And so, yeah, I went and I drove to Lids, bought the last 2 Nationals hats that they had there, and then drove to Firestone where my dad was working. And I told my mom, I was like, hey, you should record this. I think this is going to be cool, make sure it's red at the top, Mom. So she recorded that moment, and I told my dad that I got signed, and, we were both crying. And later on that day, I thought, okay, this would probably be pretty cool to share.
What a moment for you and your dad to have, right? Has something happened on a diamond that wasn't planned that even surprised you?
The moment that stands out for me, the 3-year anniversary of me getting signed, we just so happened to be playing at Nationals Park. Our one game of the year that we play at Nationals Park was on the 3-year anniversary of me getting signed. The owner, Jesse Cole of Bananas, was like, hey, did you know that when we play at Nationals Park next week, that's like the anniversary of you getting signed by them? He was like, are your parents coming to this game? And they weren't planning on it initially. But he was like, you know what? I think we should have your dad walk with you up to home plate again and, kind of recreate that moment initially of, you getting signed by the Nationals and you telling your dad. And so we'll have him walk up to home plate with you, share a moment. We'll play your video on the video board. We'll give you a standing ovation, at Nats Park and go from there. And wouldn't you know it, my last at-bat, home run.
Come on.
Wow. I mean, it was like, I'll never forget, the ball leaving the yard, and it was just, it was euphoric. It was so cool.
You get an American flag on your way to first base, and you're running around the bases with this flag.
That was the funny thing. Before the game, as we're rehearsing, they were like, okay, we're in D.C. One of our celebrations will be if anyone hits a home run.
Yeah.
The celebration will be we're going to run the American flag out to you, and you run around the bases with it. I hit the home run, and I start running to first base, and then my teammate Kyle runs up to me with the flag, and I was like, oh yeah, I got to run around the bases with the flag. So, Toby Keith's rolling, and I'm just running around the bases. It was probably one of the, top 5 American moments in the past couple years.